Happy Easter. Let's kick it. Hey, Steph.
Good morning.
How are
What's
you?
going on?
I'm just kicking it, getting a coffee.
Oh, yeah, I got your live and I wasn't home that one. And then the other one, I text you, I'll be home in an hour, but my message didn't go through. Sometimes I try to text you and it doesn't go through.
Yeah, that's all right. If you get them, great. If you don't, it's all right too. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. And
So
sometimes when
happy.
I send them, I'm not really, if you come on, great. If you don't, like, I just send it in case you can. Just don't worry
Oh,
about it.
yeah, I know. I miss talking to everybody.
Yeah, I haven't been doing too many of them lately.
Yeah, I gotta find. Oh, okay, I gotta find where I can mute the. Let me see. Okay, my cough is so bad again.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
They don't give you something for that?
Well, there isn't really anything they can do, Tom. I'll always cough, but I'm kind of. I think I'm getting a cold again, and then I know when I'm getting sick because my cough gets worse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what's going on today?
Today, well, I just been go to Augusta a lot. And I'm still may go there because when I'm this far, I'm only like 17 miles away. I like going down there. It's like an old dead city that they're trying to bring back, but it's like
Oh.
got a really cool coffee shop. It's got a like an old indoor mall. The coffee shop's probably the coolest coffee shop I've ever been to.
Oh,
Just you
nice.
can sit in or you can sit out, and it's like everybody that works there is super cool. And there's a bookstore, although I see they were closed today. And I know a guy that was a disc jockey in New York City, owns a record store, but he's closed today. So it's not like there's as many reasons as usual to go down there. It's like
Right.
55 miles from me, which I don't really care, but I've been going down there a lot, and I just don't know if I'm gonna do that today with half the places closed. You know.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
down there
know.
so much. It's like even to a bookstore, it's like the likelihood of them having anything new in by the next time I go is pretty low.
Yeah, I miss that. Yeah, sometimes I miss my car, having a car because I'd like to go to, yeah, I like to
But you
find
know,
little places like that too.
like I don't like I went to a lot of air shows like for most of my life, and then I kind of got burned out on them. And and then I thought about going to one. They have one in Augusta next week. It's a pretty good one, but I can't. I get bored watching the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds and stuff like that. So unless they have something really cool, I usually skip it. But I was looking at you just can't go to a place anymore, buy a ticket and have a good time. Like I was thinking of going there. Now it's like 300 for a 2-day pass, extra
Oh my
this, extra that.
God.
Yeah, and then I looked up Top Fuel Dragsters, which is about dead. I mean that sport is like slowly dwindling, but every like 15 years I'll go see it. The 10,000 horsepower, 10 guys riching, and it's just racing. It's just cool every once in a while. You can't believe that they could invent something like this, and that everybody racing doesn't get killed. So every once in a while I go watch them. It's just a remarkable piece of engineering. So I looked up the NHR Top Fuel, not the regular racing, the Top Fuel, those big nitro fuel, gas guzzling, 10,000 horsepower racers. Those are the ones I want to see. I don't want to watch regular racing, it's too boring. So they have one in Charlotte, Concord, actually, which is just north of Charlotte next weekend. So I look
Uh-huh.
up there, it's all these fucking packages. It's a 4-day event, like 1,800 4 days at a hotel, 3 grand for a hotel. And then I looked at, which I would never stay that long anyway. And then I look at the damn tickets. In the old days, like you could just buy a ticket, walk around, do whatever the fuck you wanted to. It's not like that anymore. Now it's like reserved seating, VIP. So I click on the site. I thought, well, I'll just maybe get a ticket, go up there. Well, now I don't want to go to sit in one seat the whole damn thing. And of course, the cheap seats, which are $92, they're at the fucking start. Well, who the hell want? I mean, the start's cool, but I'd like to be like in the middle. I'm sure everybody would, right? So you click to the middle, and now the tickets are about like $220 a day, which
Oh my
isn't the
God.
end of the world. But when you combine the whole thing, it's just all these events that used to be like no big deal. If you decided to go or you didn't. Now it's
Right.
all VIP seating, bullshit, parking here, there, it just turns me off.
Yeah, I know. Everything has gotten so expensive. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
we used to like every year go to the Bite of Seattle, and we
yeah,
go to Seafair, and I mean, I mean, I remember $15. Then it was $25.
yeah,
Then the last
yeah,
time I went, it was $40, and I said, forget it. I'm not going next year. It's probably going to be $80.
yeah.
I mean, it
Probably more
just
than that.
oh, probably. I mean, people just can't afford that. It's
No.
like our big state fair, the Puyallup Fair. I mean, the prices have gotten so high that
Yeah,
we took the kids, a couple years ago to the fair, and that was it. And then plus, it was so crowded and miserable,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the food was so expensive, and yeah,
yeah.
it's
Marty's got a friend down here. I haven't met him, but he was a top fuel drag racer. A rich family, and he had the world record actually for a while with top fuel dragsters. And he just owns all sorts of shit. Came from money, and he sold a big liquor store out in Covington called Nitro. You go in there, and there's a dragster, hanging from the ceiling. I talked to him one time on the phone because he's a pilot too, and I was asking him about, you know, just interested, how you can have that kind of money. They never tell you, right? And I didn't ask, but I said, when you go to those races, they have sponsors like STP, Valvoline. I said, how many engines would you? They'd take 8 engines, and it'd be nothing for them to ruin 4 of them racing at the event. Brand new, like they were probably $25,000 back then. I mean, just crazy money. And now he's an older guy. He's my age now. He doesn't do it. But when I went on the site to see them, I know it's a dying sport, and I thought, well,
uh-huh.
I want to know how many of these top fuel dragsters are going to be there. Because I don't want to go through all that bullshit to see like, how they do that now. They do it with air shows. They'll advertise some ass kicker that's done some shit nobody believes, and you find out he had the flu after you bought the ticket, shit like that. So when
Oh
I clicked on
yeah.
the website to see how many top fuel dragsters were going to be at this event, it said that they can never tell how many are going to be there, or you can't guarantee. Well, you know what that means. Yeah,
Right.
it's your problem. So when I clicked on the website, I got this program that'll show you associated articles. And when I clicked on it, it said top fuel dragsters lose one more racer because of sponsorship. Yeah, and I know why. It's like insane money to race these things anyway. There's no money in it either. It's not like you're getting a bunch of ticket revenue or TV revenue because a billion people are watching it, you know? So it's just a dead end thing. Unless you're some big oil company with more money and you know what to do with, you don't have the money to sponsor this bullshit anymore. And I don't really know what that means by losing another racer, but it was enough to make headlines in a drag racing magazine. By the time the tickets, the hotel, the bullshit that I don't even know about, the likelihood of like who knows how many will be there, I just said, fuck it. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do it. Yeah, it's just too much bullshit. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
it
going to
is.
work out or something. You're supposed to be going
Yeah.
there to have fun and like roam around.
Oh, I
I don't want to go
know.
through all that bullshit.
No. No, it's yeah. The cost of doing anything now is so ridiculous.
Yeah. Now I can't really see the comments on here too good. I see Jeff timed out some Michelle Finkelstein. Can you see the comments?
Yeah.
See, I can't see them too good. They're like white in there. It's hard to read. I didn't even think you could do this like horizontally, like we're doing now. I
Uh-huh.
thought that you could only do it vertically, but I guess not. But I'd rather do it vertically because when I do it that way, the comments are against a black background and I can read them. But now the comments are against what I'm looking at, like the sky, and they're
Yeah,
too hard to read, so I can't read them too good.
they're all white. There
Yeah,
aren't
they're all
very
white. Yeah.
there's only a few comments, Tom. There's a lot of people in here, but there's only a couple people
Oh,
typing.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't see what she said. I just happened to catch the bottom of it. But I'll do it vertically next time. So you doing anything
Oh,
today?
well, no. What happened was Susie always has the Easter egg hunt. Well, she had to work today,
Oh, okay.
so we took the kids their Easter baskets and everything yesterday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
So do these kids? I mean, is it just is it just chocolate rabbits and eggs, or do they know what the whole spiel on Easter is?
oh yeah, no, we buy. I mean, we 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 buy our own baskets and make them. We don't buy those
Right, but do
cheap
they know the
ass.
meaning on Easter, or they just think it's a candy day?
Oh yeah, well my net Mason does because he goes to church with his dad.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But the girls they don't. They when they're there on Sundays they go to church with them, but when they're not, then they don't go.
Oh, okay.
So, but so no, we did yesterday because, like I said, Susie had to work.
Yeah. She's still enjoying that?
Oh yeah,
Good
yeah,
for
but
her.
she's discovering how lazy ass bitches she calls them that she works with.
Well, you know it.
Everybody there just they don't have a work ethic, and they just stand around and they don't do anything. And Susie's been there a few months now and she's seeing it, and they steal company time all the time. They take hour and a half lunches. And
Yeah, I believe it, man. That's how it is nowadays. Although, I'm not defending it, but I mean, these jobs, you're not getting ahead while working there. There's no motivation. You don't have any money when you work, and you don't have any money when you don't.
oh, I know.
So to go in there and just like bullshit yourself that you're going to get this great promotion and life's going to be great, you're going to have a house and a car is bullshit now. So I can
Right.
understand why people don't work like they used to. I mean, I'd have bet
Yeah.
I would have been the laziest motherfucker that ever lived in this day and age.
Oh yeah, that's how the people are nowadays. It's
Fuck yeah, but you're not get what's the damn carrot? Back then, you actually thought that if you showed up and you gave a shit about your references. I can remember when I was young, you were scared to death to not have a good reference somewhere. I mean, you were worried
oh,
about it
I
all the time.
know.
You're getting abused and working for free and all sorts of shit because you didn't want to take the chance of someone saying you weren't worth a shit as an employee. And
I
now,
know.
shit, people don't even hardly bother to call references because they know it's either a lie or a friend covering for you.
Oh yeah, I
Hey, Ben.
know.
Yeah, it's
I
bullshit.
know.
Yeah, I never went to that wrestling. I never got into that at all, wrestling, but I'm sure that's crazy expensive too. I mean, everything is nuts.
Oh yeah,
I
my
was this guy that I know that owns this record store in Augusta. Like I said, he was a disc jockey in New York City. And I mean, this guy's been around. He really knows a lot about entertainment and the ins and out of the business part. He told me like the last 10 years, there's all sorts of like acts. Unless you're the Rolling Stones or somebody like that, there's no
uh-huh.
money in touring anymore. It's too expensive. You don't make enough money with ticket sales, with shipping all this equipment around, all this stuff to arenas. Unless you're some real banger that, can sell 2 shows a night, 3 days in a row, there's just no money in it. And the record companies don't, push those people out there anymore. They just rather take what they could get on records and downloads and whatever,
Right.
instead of paying, 15 million to have them tour around with mediocre sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, nuts, man. It's just a different world out there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You
it
know,
sure is.
I was watching. America came out when I was in high school. They were a little older than me, but I can remember hearing them on the radio all the time. Like I graduated in '74. And I know they were big in '72. Just super
Yeah.
nice guys. And somebody out there has come across like videos of them traveling around in a plane they leased while they were touring around the world. It just seemed like super nice guys, and I've kind of followed them through the years, and I watch their interviews when I get a chance, and they're still touring. And I watched one about that was about 6 months old, but they were talking to Dewey Bunnell, the singer, and he was saying that if they started nowadays, they couldn't make it. There's really no place to even play that kind of music.
Oh,
They don't,
yeah.
soft rock like America. You may hear a horse with no name in a dentist's office or a doctor's office, and
Right,
nobody's doing that
right.
stuff anymore.
No, I
And
know.
he said that timing's everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't, and a lot of stuff now, movies now too. Occasionally I'll be someplace and I'll thought, hell, I can't even remember when I saw a movie last time, and I'll look at the marquee at the movies, and it's just one bullshit blow them up, kill me, sci-fi movie after another, because
Yeah.
you don't need to pay name top-notch actors. You're trying to make money because everybody's watching everything on YouTube and stuff now.
Yeah. I know.
You know?
Yep. Everybody watches movies on TV. I don't remember the last time I went to a movie, Tom. I would have to sit and think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But Ben is right. Like Taylor Swift, yeah, that's an anomaly. That's one of the few people. It's still like the old days. Not only that, but like this Taylor Swift, I mean, that's just a money print machine. For some reason, last week I kind of got interested in record sales, and just to see
Uh-huh.
what these people made and how much money they ended up with and that kind of stuff. And I figured out that I liked Ambrosia, which played a lot of light rock. I had a girlfriend at Michigan State, and those songs came out. I really liked them. And I still listen to him all the time. David Pack is a religious nut. He's a good guy, though. He left the group, and I watch interviews with him and stuff. And I thought the other day, it's like, I wonder how many albums they sold. They sold less than 1 million albums the whole time they were touring, but they all are worth about $10 million. So that goes to show you, if you can sell, at least back then, between 500 and a million albums through royalties all these years, because you get paid every time a radio station plays this song, you can still
Right.
make a good living. And then I looked up like the sales of guys like Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley and stuff. Elvis Presley sold 1 billion records. He's the all-time sales. And like Michael Jackson sold 300 million. I mean, the
Uh,
money these people made is insane.
oh, I know. Yeah.
I mean, even the record companies are screwing them all. Like Limp Bizkit is suing their bookkeeping agent. I watched that. I went and saw a couple of those documentaries on Michael Jackson, and he said how the record companies are a bunch of, always screwing them. Yeah, they were screwing them. I'm sure they were, but they still got like insane money.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I
But if you
know.
don't sell like tons of, it's surprising the few albums some people sell and still live like great lifestyles. But when you get into like AC/DC is huge, the Rolling Stones is insane, Genesis is ridiculous. I'll tell you who sold like insane amount of albums is that REM. They're from Athens, Georgia, not far from me. They sold like 185 million albums, and they were just a underground band, man. I mean, that's just insane money. And you take like guys like Daryl Hall and John Oates. I mean, they have good lives, but their record sales are nothing compared to like legit successful groups. It's just
Yeah.
crazy the money they make. You know?
Oh, I know. I
Hey
don't
Terry.
even know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
But like you do have people like Taylor Swift. But anyway, this Taylor Swift thing, her tickets are insane too. But not only that now, when you're like somebody like Taylor Swift, there's people paying 25 grand to bring their kid backstage and get her autograph before or after the concert.
Oh, that's so freaking ridiculous.
No, but there are people waiting in line to do it.
Oh,
She
that's
makes more money
ridiculous.
with these private parties with these rich people's kids than she makes from ticket sales at the event. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And,
just I mean,
and
that's
if you've
just
noticed
stupid.
lately, they've really been getting on these rock stars' ass for flying these gas guzzling jets and putting an environmental footprint out there that is insane. Now that actually Elon Musk just got it to where you can't track his airplane anymore
Oh,
because
really? Good.
they're on his ass. They'll say you made all these electric cars and here you are flying around in this damn jet all over the place, burning 1,000 gallons an hour. So yeah, these rich people now it's getting to where you can't track their jets like you used to be able to.
Huh.
And really, they're tracking them because they want to show how much fuel they're using for one person in a jet by themselves. And I think it probably, in a way, hurts them. They're out there waving banners for the environment. That doesn't
Oh, I
really
know.
exactly sound too believable when you just used 5,000 gallons of gas by yourself and your mother to go to a concert to play. You know,
Yeah. Oh, I
crazy.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
know it.
really insane.
Nuts.
I'll tell you a good lifestyle. That Masters was last weekend in Augusta. It's those golfers that have the great lives. They get injuries, yeah, I know, but not like football players. And they just get paid crazy money until the day they die. Their money
Hmm.
is from endorsements. I mean, the prizes there were 21 million. I think the top guy, that Rory McIlroy, got 4.5 million, which sounds like a lot of money, but he gets like 150 million a year through sponsors using their golf balls and clubs and all that shit.
Hmm.
That's where the real bucks is at, man. Same with LeBron James, all of them. That's where the big bucks is hawking people's items, and
Wow.
all the sports thing is an avenue to be able to do that. Yeah, but golf's the way to go, man. They're at the finest country clubs. I mean, they just have great lives. Their whole, like, if you're around a good group of people, not a bunch of riffraff, druggies, it's the way to go,
Hmm.
man. Pro golfer. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it sucks. It's boring. It really doesn't interest me. But as far as a lifestyle, shit, those guys make more while they're sleeping than they ever made swinging that club. They really
Hmm.
do. And you never hear those guys getting in too much trouble. Freddie Couples lived near me down in Florida, and his wife was crazy. She ended up killing herself, I think. But she ran a couple cops off the road, and it wasn't Freddie; it was his wife. But it was kind of a reflection on, she was probably like super in bed. He couldn't tell you that part though. But they eventually got divorced. But if you look
Hmm.
up Freddie Couples' ex-wife when he was living in Florida, man, she just did some of the craziest shit you've ever heard of. And he was like an all-American, Tom Brady looking type guy. But I bet she was a piece of ass and a half. Just
Hmm.
nuts. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different world out there now, that's for sure.
Oh, I
And
know
these
it.
race, yeah, and most of these race car guys, I know they already have money from another source. They're not. I'm not saying they don't do it. The NASCAR guys seem to make good money. They all have private jets and stuff. There's a big following for that. They go around in circles, the Indy 500 and stuff like that. But the top fuel does not. Just doesn't draw the same amount of people. Weird.
Yeah.
And I think this damn top fuel thing slowly. They say golf's slowly dying too. New young people aren't getting into it anymore.
Yeah. I never.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, golf is so
Yeah.
boring to me. Ugh.
Oh, absolutely right, man. I mean, it is a game of skill, but it'd be like paying to watch chess.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, no thanks.
The same with bowling.
Yeah, bowling. Bowling's dead too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
same to you, Jeff.
We
Yeah,
don't
bowling's
have
dead too.
any bowling alleys around here anymore. They all closed up.
Yeah, that's how it was around Detroit too. Yeah, bowling.
Yep.
Although they are in like places where I lived last, up in West Branch, Michigan.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing to do in the wintertime. They still got the old ones too. Like it looks like
Huh.
1940 in there because there's nothing to do. You know, you better keep bowling open. But yeah, anywhere like a big city like Detroit. But I remember going to a bowling thing one time, and Dick Weber was there. He was like a big time, like champ, Dick Weber. I remember seeing him as a kid, and we had a pool hall in our town, and Willie Moscone came there one time. It's like a world champion pool player. Yeah, we got to talk to him. He was a total dick. I think he struck me even as a kid as a big fat drunken alcoholic that hated being there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God.
crazy. Yeah, poker. I never liked playing card games at all. Only playing board game I played as a kid was Monopoly. I didn't mind that. But even Scrabble and stuff was just so fucking boring. It's driving me nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
I
playing Jeopardy as I got older, but that's about it. You know?
yeah, you'd be good at Jeopardy.
Yeah, I'm all right at it, but that's just because I had so many hobbies. But I don't think I could make it on the real show because once they get into certain, like, you got to know a lot about a lot of things. I know a lot about some things, but there'd be some categories I just sit there. You'd wonder if I'd passed out or something because I wasn't pushing the buzzer. You know,
Oh
it's just
God.
some shit I know nothing about. And
Oh,
they're on
me
Jeopardy a
neither.
lot too. They're on Jeopardy, and it's a big difference when you're playing at home. You know, when they take money away from you when you're wrong, that's a big difference in just mouthing off stuff at home and not being right.
I'd
I
be
mean,
uh I'd be good on Family Feud.
yeah. Family Feud would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. And I think that what's that one with Pat Sajak? I think he retired and Vanna White. That's boring too. Wheel of Fortune, super
Oh
boring.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No
I'd be
thanks.
good at that one too.
I used to like watching Prices Right as a kid. You guess the price of
Me
stuff?
too.
Yeah. You know, Bob Barker was a big skirt chaser, sexual harasser. Did you know that?
What?
You remember Bob Barker?
Oh, and Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah, he was a big damn sexual harasser, woman
Oh,
stalker.
was he?
Yeah. So was Bob Hope. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you look up Bob Barker, I know he got sued a couple times and they kind of kept it quiet at the time for like banging chicks at lunch and stuff like that.
Oh
Bob
my
Hope was the worst.
God.
Actually, Grouch.
Hello? I can't hear you, Tom. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
How about now? How about now?
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I hit the thing with my finger. Sorry. No, I used to like watching those shows. Yeah. Hey, I was talking to a guy the other day, and actually the guy that I bought all those classical CDs from, and he's got a buddy that lives in Aiken, South Carolina, which is right across the river from Augusta. It's easy to go there accidentally too. There's like 3 bridges. I just did it yesterday. Like you can be driving around, you kind of know where you're at, but not sure. And before you know it, you're in South Carolina. It's nuts because it's not that wide of a river. But anyway, this guy told me he's got a buddy in Aiken, and a couple times a year he sees Phil Collins there. You know, the
Huh.
famous singer.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, Phil Collins had an affair with a roadie years ago, and that's where his daughter lives, biracial daughter.
Huh.
Yeah. And I asked
Huh.
the New York DJ guy that, who you would think no, and he'd said he'd never heard that. But the guy I talked to said his buddy, he even talked to Phil Collins one time in a diner, but he goes and visits his illegitimate daughter out of wedlock, visits her in Aiken, South Carolina from time to time.
Huh.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Bob Hope, I'll tell you another thing too. When you were a kid, you know how they, back then the marketing machine was like running full. You could get away with murder, even if you did something. They'd hush it up, cover it up, that kind of thing. You didn't. It wasn't all over them. It didn't ruin political careers like it does now. Can you imagine if the Kennedys were alive now? They wouldn't
Oh
last a week
man.
in office. I know.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
anyway, when Bob Hope used to do those tours, I mean, I remember being as a kid that it was sold to us what a great guy Bob Hope was. That he was taking his Christmas vacation and he was going around and entertaining the troops. Remember when he did that?
Yes. Oh
And he, yeah.
yes.
Well, as it turns out, he's sexually harassing these damn women, banging half of them on tour. That was kind of a condition of going, but they all thought, just like the Bill Cosby thing, that was going to enhance their career. But you know what I read later in a book I found out, and I read it someplace else too that confirmed it. Do you know that those servicemen most of them didn't want to go to Bob Hope's thing, and they were ordered to go to those shows, whether they wanted to or not.
Huh.
They had a military order to attend those shows. But that shows you what a bunch of bullshit were things back then. We got it sold to us on, Bob Hope being such a great guy. Here he is, like, damn, groping these fucking women and forcing people to go to a show where they rather would have stayed home. See, it's not like that anymore. All this stuff gets out pretty early.
Yeah.
But that just makes you wonder how much history is a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but nowadays, I mean, it's done and it's no big deal anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
You know.
I'll tell you that disc jockey guy told me too that one of the successes with America, just for being two guys playing guitars, was that Warner was their publishing company. They got lucky. They had some big producer that produced their records. And believe this or not, Bob Hope and John Wayne endorsed them back in 1972. If you go on the internet, you'll see parties before and after the concerts where America toured, and Bob Hope and John Wayne are there laughing it up with these guys. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is.
You wouldn't have thought. I mean, those guys were already older then, unless they were just hanging around with them because there was a bunch of young women. That makes the
Yeah.
most sense. But there's pictures of like Dewey Bunnell and Gary Buckley laughing and hugging Bob Hope and John Wayne. I couldn't believe it.
Huh.
Yeah, you're right about that, CDK. History's written by victors. It's the same bullshit story they tell about Thanksgiving, with the Indians and stuff. Complete lie. Still teaching it in schools. Crazy.
Yeah, my Easter dinner is going to
What
be
did they do?
tacos.
All right.
I'm going to make
Yeah, I mean, I
tacos.
don't even like. I can remember Easter being like a busy day. I don't know if it's like that or not anymore. I didn't notice a lot of traffic today.
Well,
I
the
remember as a kid
stores,
though.
it was excuse me, Tom, it was yesterday. I mean, the stores were so busy. Oh my God. It was
Really?
crazy yesterday around here. Yep.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't notice. Of course, this is big Baptist territory. That would still make you like be a big Easter guy, I think. But I can remember the town I came from was like big Catholics, and it was like Easter was a big ass deal. You'd have to get a reservation to go to a restaurant.
Oh, I know. I remember, yeah, my mom would always have a big Easter dinner with the bone in ham. Oh my God. The bone in ham is the best ham. You know, I love
Hey,
my ham.
see, I don't like ham. Are you a believer that bone in makes it taste better?
Oh, definitely,
See,
definitely.
I've read a bunch of like when I was smoking a lot of meat,
Uh-huh.
and I've read a bunch of books on meat, the different cuts and dry aged and all this bullshit. And all
Right.
these top-notch shelf, I shouldn't say all, but the majority of the ones that I read said that bone in's a bunch of bullshit, that it's
Oh
not worth it.
no.
You're paying for bone and it does nothing for the flavor. They said that the only thing that bone will make taste better is bean soup.
I don't know, but you know, when I worked in the meat department, oh my God, when Easter would come, we would sell so many bone-in hams, and they're not cheap. They weren't even cheap back then. Um, no,
Really?
I don't know. I like it.
Hey, you might
Uh,
know this too. Like, I never read too much about ham because I don't like it. But how can you go into a Walmart and you'll see a 20-pound ham for $2 a pound, and there'll be other hams there, and they'll vary from $2 a pound all the way up to $8 a pound. I mean, what's the difference between a good ham and a bad one?
there really isn't. It's buying the name brands. I
That's what it
remember
is, huh?
Hempler was a popular seller, but that was an expensive one. Um, but
Did you have honey
I'm not
baked ham
quite
there?
sure. Huh?
Did you have honey baked ham there?
Yeah,
Honey baked ham?
there's different different flavors too, and you can get like brown sugar ham and honey ham and um, uh, black forest ham, and I mean there's just so many different flavors.
But isn't honey baked ham a brand?
No, that's
Oh, it's not. Oh, because I know a guy, I thought it was a brand because I know in Michigan there was a place called Honey Baked Ham. Hey, they had their own outlets, that kind of thing. But I know
uh-huh.
a guy that worked there. I know a guy that worked there like a long time ago. This is in the 70s. And they would get the hams in already smoked, okay? They didn't even smoke them. They bought them smoked. And
Uh-huh.
you know how they'd put that like browned honey crust on the outside of them? You guess how they did it? You know how they did it? They had people like the guy I knew working there with like a quart jar of honey, and they'd pour it over the ham and burn it with a Bunsen burner, one of those burners that you have in your hand like you use at a campfire. And they
Uh-huh.
brown the honey around the outside of the ham. That's how they were honey baked hams. But to not know that and hear about honey baked ham, I always thought it was like, you're thinking, oh, honey, it's baked with the ham. That's why it tastes so good. No, it was smoked hams they got in, poured honey over it, and browned it with a blowtorch on the outside with manual labor.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember I don't like ham, but I'd eat it once in a while. It almost tasted like candy. It was good. It was like crispy on the outside. But you would have thought a big company like that was like honey bacon a little different than that way.
I've never heard of Honey Bake Company. That must be an East Coast brand or something, Tom.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, they were huge though. They still have outlets in Michigan, honey baked ham.
Hmm.
And remember those? And I remember as a kid, they'd have those black things put in them. They looked like little darts. They were stuck in them, like something for flavor.
Oh, cloves.
Yeah, cloves.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like.
Do they even do that anymore?
Well, my grandma, she used to put cloves in the bone-in ham and bake it. But see, I don't like the flavor cloves give in ham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
just another flavoring the ham, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it was a big deal though around Easter, I know hams. I don't really see them down here too much. But you really, it's too salty for me.
Yeah, see, I'm a salt freak. That's why I like it. Um,
Well, salt makes everything taste better.
yeah, and salt is so bad for. I mean, I've had to really cut my intake because of my feet. Um,
You
but
notice when
yeah,
you cut back on your salt, they get better
yes, the
for sure.
numbness. Yeah, the numbness. I can always tell in the evening if I've eaten wrong during the day because my feet are so numb. And then other days when I eat good, my feet aren't as numb in the evening. So yes, I can tell with what I eat. I don't
No
eat. I
kidding.
don't eat. I don't eat my chips, my potato chips anymore, and I eat those all the time.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's that noticeable.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For me, it is. Yeah.
But
Hmm.
weren't you going to get some medication that was supposed to help you out a lot?
Yeah. I got some, but I'm gonna have to go have a stent put in my leg to open up my vein because I've got that artery pulmonary artery
Yeah,
disease,
yeah.
and yeah, I've only got 41% blood flow in my right leg, so I got to go in and have a stent put in to open
Oh,
that
okay.
up. I don't have blockage yet, but it's narrowing.
And you're going to do that?
So yeah,
You're
I
going to do it?
guess. I mean, I got to have blood flow,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, good
So
luck. When you going to do that?
well, Tom, I gotta make the appointment and go back to the doctor,
Oh,
and I
okay.
haven't done that yet. I'm so sick
It's
of going to doctors. I
yeah,
just
I
get
get it.
fed up.
Yeah, I get it.
I know.
You know,
So
when you're young, when you're young, you go to a doctor, you feel like shit. They give you something. A couple days later, you feel better. Then you get old and you keep going to doctors. You go 10 times as much and you don't feel better. And it's like they
yeah,
never know what you have.
no, I know. Yeah, I know it. And then they find all other kinds of stuff wrong with you.
Yeah,
So
crazy. How's your weather out
hmm.
there today?
Cloudy.
Okay.
Yeah, gray. Looks like we're gonna get some rain. Typical
What's your
Seattle
temperature?
weather.
Temperature. What's your
Huh?
temperature out there? How about your
Um,
temperature?
oh, I don't know what it is right now. I can Google it. I don't know what the temp
It's nice
is.
here today. It's nice here today, like
Oh, is
75.
it?
Yeah, low humidity. Yep.
I'm sure it's nice and cool here.
Yeah, there's not people on the screen, Brad, that's just like mine is facing away from me and Stephanie is, I think yours is facing a wall, isn't it, Stephanie?
Oh, I just have it laying next to me in my
Oh,
chair.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah. That's why, Brad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to sign off. So I hope you guys have a good day today.
Oh, yeah, you too, Tom. Have fun.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you later. I'll send you these things, but if you come on, great. If you don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. No, I enjoy coming up and seeing everybody. It's been a while.
Yeah, sure has. Yep.
I know it. I miss it. So, everybody have a good Easter today with your families.
Yeah, have a good day, you guys. And I'll talk to you later. Bye,
Okay,
Steph.
sounds good, Tom. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.